Hello all, this is lecture 5 of unit number 5, power converter, which is a part of basic electrical engineering course. This is offered in BTech first year in both RTU and Bikaner Technical University. These are the points which we have to study in this unit. In this lecture, we are going to deal with MOSFET, metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistor. We'll go through symbol, construction, types, and VI characteristic of MOSFET. So let's define MOSFET. MOSFET is a semiconductor device which has three terminals: drain, source, and gate, and it is based on field effect concept and MOS concept, which is metal oxide semiconductor technology. MOSFET, metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistor, is basically of two types. One is known as depletion type MOSFET, another is known as enhancement type MOSFET. What is the meaning of depletion? If channel is available by birth, then such MOSFETs are known as depletion type MOSFET. If channels are not available by birth, then it is known as enhancement type MOSFET. In this kind of MOSFET, when we will apply voltage at gate terminal of this MOSFET, channel will be created, channel will be enhanced, and that's why the device is known as enhancement type MOSFET. Both depletion type and enhancement type MOSFET are of two types: N channel and P channel. Here it is. If it is depletion type, then it will be known as N channel depletion type MOSFET. Similarly, P channel depletion type MOSFET. Again, N channel enhancement type MOSFET and P channel enhancement type MOSFET. MOSFET is unipolar device. BJT is a bipolar device, whereas MOSFET is unipolar device. And if electron is responsible to flow of current, then such MOSFETs are known as N-channel MOSFET. And if holes are responsible to flow of current within the MOSFET, then such MOSFETs are known as P-channel MOSFET. Actually, the channel which is available or will be created within the MOSFET, current will flow either due to electrons or holes, not due to both, and that's why MOSFET is a unipolar device, whereas bipolar junction transistor, the current flows due to both electrons and holes, and that's why MOSFET is known as bipolar device. These are the symbol of MOSFET. If it is N channel, it will be represented like this. It is having three terminals: drain, source, and gate. And this is depletion type. Okay, so just to represent channel is available by birth, here it is having a solid die, whereas in case of enhancement type MOSFET, it is represented by dotted line, that is channel is not available by birth, terminals are same: drain, source, and gate. Now how marking will happen? Arrow marking, so that we can recognize whether this symbol is N channel MOSFET or P channel MOSFET. So basically, MOSFET is having four different regions: drain region, source region, gate region. Apart from that, it is having body region. But in nearly all the devices or maximum devices, body is short circuited with the source, as shown over here. Here also, body. This is the body terminal, and it is short circuited with the source. So if body terminal has been shown, then we have to make the arrow marking on body terminal, and it should be towards the device. And if it is towards the device, then it is representing N channel MOSFET. If it is away from the body, away from this vertical line, then it is known as P channel MOSFET. Okay. The another symbol which we are using, here body terminal has not been shown, then arrow is marked on source terminal, and it is in the same way what we have learned in case of bipolar junction transistor. If arrow is away from the body, this vertical line, then it is representing n channel, and if it is towards the body, it is representing p channel MOSFET. uh, you have to remember, in case of enhancement we are using dotted line, whereas in case of depletion type we are using solid line. This is the MOSFET IRFP 250. Again, see, this is the N channel MOSFET, and see the symbol and actual device totally different. But out of the body we have three terminals. Generally, this is in most of the MOSFET. This terminal is gate, this one is drain, and this is source. But always we have to verify the terminals from the data sheet of the particular device. It is also available in power package form, power module form. Like here, two devices, semiconductor devices, power MOSFET are available within the same package, and we have three terminals: one, two, and three. So we have terminal one, terminal two, and terminal three. And here, since it is having two MOSFETs, so two gate voltage is required. So we are having two different connections to supply the gate voltage to these two devices. So this is the power model. It can carry a very large amount of current and voltage, and that's why it is known as power model. Now we'll go through a structural diagram of MOSFET. This is the structural diagram of signal MOSFET, and we are discussing N-channel enhancement type MOSFET only. Okay, so in case of N-channel enhancement type MOSFET, we are having P substrate, and then two wells are within the P, which is N plus dot, N type highly doped region. One N plus is behaving as a source, which is connected with a metal contacts. This is behaving as a source, and another terminal, another wells is behaving as a drain, and so it is connected to the drain terminal uh, with the help of metal contacts. In between, we have a layer, insulating layer, which is SiO2, silicon oxide layer, which is insulating in nature. Okay, and gate terminal is placed at the top of this insulating layer at this place, and it is behaving as a gate. So how this device will work? Suppose we are applying a positive voltage to the drain, and we are not applying to the gate. Okay, so if we are applying positive voltage to the drain, here we are applying positive voltage to the drain terminal with respect to source. To limit the current, we are connecting a resistance R. Then what will happen? This N is at higher potential, then this P, and so this PN junction will reverse bias. Okay, so since this PN junction is reverse bias, so it will not allow flow of current from here to here. Okay, this current will not flow. So we need to create a channel at this place so that charge carriers movement will happen, and then only current can flow. So for this purpose, we need to apply voltage at gate terminal, and we have to apply voltage with respect to source. So with respect to source, here resistance has been connected to limit the uh, charging current, and then we have a DC voltage which is connected to the gate. So the moment we'll connect this voltage source, since in between we have insulating layer, so whatever the molecule is available within the insulating layer, they will polarize. Okay, since we have positive voltage over here, so uh, polarization will happen in this sense that negative will be at the top and positive will be at the bottom. And there will be an electric field. Definitely this polarization will happen due to the electric field. And since due to the polarization here positive accumulation is happening, okay, polarization will happen in this sense. Normally the shape of molecule in this way, okay, and the moment polarization will happen, it will be oval shape, and so accumulation of charges will be towards one side. So at this side we have positive accumulation, and due to the positive accumulation, whatever be the holes in this region, they will be repelled downside, and the moment they will be repelled downside, so all holes are coming here, and all electrons will be attracted. And the moment electrons will be attracted within this region, this PN junction will vanish from this place, this PN junction will vanish from this place. Why PN junction will vanish? Due to the accumulation of electrons. Here also we have electrons, here also we have electrons, here also we have electrons. Since both sides we have electrons, and so the PN junction will not form. It will vanish, and so it will create a path, and now current will flow in this manner. So since this channel is forming due to the electrons, so whatever current will flow through the device, it will be only due to the electrons. That means electrons movement will happen in this way, and so it is known as unipolar device. It is N channel. Okay, due to the electrons, this channel will be known as, the channel is of electron type, so it is known as N channel MOS. Now, this is the constructional diagram or a structural diagram of power MOS. We know that to enhance the voltage capability of the device, we need to include some lightly doped regions. And to enhance the current carrying capability of the device, we need to include some highly doped regions. So, although number of junctions will remain same, whatever junctions are available in the signal MOSFET, the same junctions will be available over here. But arrangement will be in little different manner so that it can carry high amount of current. At the same time, it can withstand at higher voltage. So this is just a piece of whole structure of the device, and that's why edges has been drawn. The two edges has been drawn in this manner. Okay. So how we can draw this structure? It is very easy. Similar, first of all, draw the side edges like this, and at the bottom, draw or make a metallic layer, and this metallic layer will be connected to the drain terminal. Okay. Uh, with this metallic contact, we have N plus region, which is highly doped region, and just above the highly doped N plus region, we have lightly doped N minus region. And then we have to draw a part of it which is p-type region, and in p-type region you have to draw whales which is highly doped in nature. Here also N plus, and you have to repeat this structure. We have to take mirror image of it to the other side. So here we have p substrate. Within the p substrate p region, we have to make 2n plus region. Okay, and above it we have insulating layer, SiO2. What we have seen in case of uh, signal MOSFET, and then this portion will be connected at one place. This portion will be connected with the help of metallic layer at another place, and both will be short circuited, and this is going to behave as a source terminal. And here at the top of insulating layer there will be a metallic contact, and this metallic contact is going to behave as a gate terminal of the device. So how this device is going to work? We have to apply positive potential at the drain with respect to source, and so in this manner our DC voltage has been connected, and to control the amount of current or resistance is connected in series. Okay, so we have PN junctions here and here, and these PN junctions are all PN junctions are similar to each other. So we have two varieties of PN junction. What is available in case of signal MOSFET? Okay, here there will be no PN junction because both sides we have N-type semiconductor material. So suppose we are not applying any potential to the gate, then what will happen? Uh, this Since we are applying positive potential to the N-type semiconductor material, so this junction will be reverse bias, and due to this reverse bias junction, current will not flow. Okay. So to create the channel, we need to provide positive voltage, and same polarization will happen over here. And then within this region, electrons will be accumulated, and due to the accumulation of electron, this portion of PN junction will vanish. This portion of PL junction will vanish. It is already forward bias, but this portion of PN junction will vanish, and so current will start to flow through this path. And this type of thousands of channels will be available within a single uh, power MOSFET. I mean to say the whole structure, the same structure will be repeated here, here, and so we have thousands of similar structure, and all these metallic contacts will be connected at a single point, which is going to behave as a source, and all these gate terminals will be connected at the single point, and this is going to behave as a gate terminal. Within this MOSFET structure, we have two parasitic elements. One is diode. Here we have a PN junction between this source and this drain. So we can say, due to the structure of the MOSFET, automatically this kind of device structure is appearing, and that's why it is known as parasitic element. It has not been manufactured, but due to the structure of the device, automatically it is going to be created. So this is the MOSFET. At the same time, here we have N-type layer, here we have P-type layer, and here we have N-type layer. So it is forming a NPN bipolar junction transistor type of a structure. So these two are the parasitic element within the power MOSFET structure. Okay. Now in this NPN, which one will be drain and which one will be the collector? Base is very fine. P-type is basically the base terminal, but which one will be the collector, and which one will be the emitter? It will be decided by the nature of the current. In case of NPN, current flows from collector to emitter, and so we have to mark the terminals in this manner, and that's why the arrow terminal has been put over here. That is, it is emitter terminal. So in the next lecture, we are going to discuss the VI characteristic of the device. We'll stop over here. Thank you.